Good afternoon, guys and girls. Hope you're all well. Hope you had a good week. Hope you're looking forward to the weekend. Unfortunately, I'm back to work tomorrow. I've got me LCS coffee. Well, I've dubbed it LCS coffee anyway. Cheers, Simon. I just had a package delivered. So, I've already opened it, so it's not a yabbo as such. Smoking the Golden Gate 303. One of the first pipes my best mate, Pipe Monkey Gary, ever gave me. In it, and got some Parsons blend, is it? Yeah, Parsons blend from the Country Squire. And you guys can relate to this, I'm sure. This is one of them pipes, no matter what you put in it, it will smoke well. Now, you can, as you know, you can put tobaccos will smoke differently in different pipes. You know that, guys. It's just one of them things. It's just, you know, some of it, you can tell the difference if you put the same blend in one pipe from another pipe, and it'll smoke differently. You'll have some sort of, there'll be something in the taste. You know that. You can relate to that. I'm sure you can. And this is one of them pipes. I don't know if it's got anything to do with the shape or the briar or anything. Excuse me. I can smoke anything in this and it'll taste great. It is a 9mm, but as you can see, as I said before, I'm smoking less and less filters these days. So I've got this package off Simon. So I know a lot of you will know that Simon had a tobacco sale recently to help fund his vacation, which I hope does go ahead. And I just got him in my thoughts, my prayers as well for his son, who had an accident while on holiday. I believe his wife has flown out today, so I hope all going well. His son got a head injury. So my thoughts are with you, my friend. And yeah, so we got this tobacco. We got some tobacco anyway. And he threw in a sneaky cigar. And Simon Noah likes these, because I sent him a few of these. This is the Romeo and Julieta. Now, I don't think it's a Robusto. It's too short, so it's either a half Corona or a Corona. I'm not 100% sure, guys. So this looks like a 4-inch rather than the 5.5 you normally get with the Robusto. Simon enlightened me, because it looks like Robusto size in the ring gauge. And Simon, I don't know, is this a New World? Or is it a Cuban? Because I can't tell by that band. I've got to be honest, I'll hold my hand up. So, much appreciated, Simon. I'm going to enjoy that, I think. I will smoke that over the weekend. So I've got 2 tobaccos, and you know I'm always going harping on about I can't get aged tobaccos and stuff like that, which I find very hard. So I got Peter Stockerby, whatever you want to pronounce it. This is the chocolate. So I reckon this will be a really good smoke. 70s or 80s, I can't remember what Simon said, you can tell by the old label there. Manufactured in Denmark exclusively for International Brands Incorporated, Campbell, California, CA, California. And there's a phone number, so really looking forward to that. But I'm really looking forward more so to this one. Now, 4th generation. I've never had any 4th generation. I've never had any Peter Stockerby tobaccos, funny enough, guys. I've never tried Peter Stockerby tobaccos. Everyone seems to harp on about the Bullseye Flake and a couple of the other blends he does. I've never tried any yet, believe it or not. I've never got round to getting any. So it's the first for me. I would like to try his navy plate, but the 4th generation, again, one I've never tried. So this is small batch aged Virginia blend. Yeah, blended by Samuel Gareth under the supervision of 4th generation. Now, there we go. So it's Samuel. Yeah, so it's made in England. It says on the back, I'll see the weight, small batch aged cigar, aged Virginia blend, made in England, and it's got Kendall tobacco. Obviously Kendall, Samuel Gareth is, Gareth or Garth, whatever you want to call it. They're both sister companies anyway. And it's got 01280 on the back. Don't know what that is. I got a funny feeling that's a machine date or something. 01. And then yeah, so on the back here we've got a date of 8/19. Then it says distributed by Creetech International. How many of you American guys remember that name? Does it ring a bell with anybody on? Creetech International, Moore Park, California. I've never heard of that company, to be honest. So that's K-R-E-T-E-K, Creetech International, Moore Park. So obviously it must have been a license from, must have bought, I presume they purchased the Virginias from Samuel Gareth, Samuel Gwaith, what do you want to call it? Gareth to me. And then aged it over in the US, over the pond there. So I've never had this, guys. If you tried it, let me know what it's like. It should be a cracking smoked that aged Virginia. Oh, you know, really looking forward to trying that. Like I said, I'm always harping on about aged tobaccos. I know Simon sent me some cracking blends in the past, and I thank him very much for that. So I don't know if I mentioned that at the beginning of the video. So I say my thoughts and prayers with Simon and his son. Can't even remember what I said now, see, with his accident he's had over while on holiday. I know Simon's wife has flown out today, I believe. And yeah, I hope his probably his son's had, as you know, he's had a head injury, so I hope it's nothing serious. Fingers crossed, prayers and all that. And hope he's okay. I know Simon said on one of his videos he's had to, I think he's had to pay something before he's had to some medical work done, but surely your holiday insurance would have covered that, surely. Because I know someone, when my mum was in hospital in Spain, they always ask for payments up front before they do anything. My eyes look bad in this camera. Cool, I look red. My eyes look red, guys. I've got redness around my eyes here. Like I said, this is the new camera, so I said I hope it's a new phone even. I hope it's showing better than my previous videos. If you notice a difference, let me know, guys, in the box below. This is the Honor 400 Pro. If I never mentioned it at the video, start of the video, I can't even remember what I said at the beginning of the video now. So yeah, I had the old I've been filming on my old phone, and you see the state of this. You know, we got big hole there in the glass. It's all split and damaged and knackered, and see where I've dropped it a few times. That was the phone I had before my Samsung S23, which a lot of you know, I keep forgetting the passwords on them, or the pin codes, you know, and then I've got to do a full reset, excuse me, because that's the only way you can get into them if you forget them. So that was my backup then. Well, this must be 3 or 4 years old, easy, but they want £200 to replace the glass. So I've decided to get the the Honor 400 Pro. And the reason why I got the Honor was because a friend of mine, when I was in work, and I used to work in AO, had one. And he's playing some music in the canteen. And it was like nothing I've ever heard before. It's like what we used to call a WOG box. So basically it's a big music box, yeah, portable music box. You know, we used to have a radio, CD player and all on it. That's no offence to you guys I've got there, yeah, that's what we used to call them, you know. So no offence, I'm not being racist or nothing, but that's what we used to call them. And yeah, and that's what it sounded like. And I said, "What you got there?" I thought it was. I thought it was one of these portable, you know, stereo systems, and it was this phone. I never heard a speaker so loud on a phone. Couldn't hear myself, but you think couldn't even watch a video or what, you know, if I was watching YouTube on my break, I couldn't hear it because theirs was so loud. So that's why I've got this time. I've gone for the Honor 400 Pro. I was going to go for the Magic 7, I think it was, or Magic 9, whatever it is, but then you can get a free tablet or something with it, but it was silly money. I mean, this was expensive enough as it was, like, you know, but I don't buy my phones on contract. I buy my phones outright, so then I've got no hassle or another bloody debt or anything like that. I pay outright. The only thing I pay for is me SIM. Now I'm with three network, and I pay 30 quid. I got unlimited everything for 30 quid. And when they don't give me that, which they didn't want to do this year, when I had the when my old one run out, my 2 year contract run out, I said, "Well, you can't give me I'm going somewhere else." So they managed to do me a deal. Giuliano Spitaletti, Tampa. So I've got the same deal. 30 quid, everything all in. Can't beat that. I tell you what, guys, I'm starting to realise, I listened to Paul Gilson, and the cost of phones, and, you know, for a SIM there, over there, you know, for the packages, what, $80 a month minimum? More or less. Absolutely crazy. And your Wi-Fi prices, what the hell is going on? So he's paying about 150 quid, $150, whatever it is. I know if you look at Paul's video on his last video, I think his last video or the one before that, he's talking about the prices, and it's absolutely crazy. And he's managed to get a good deal. So go and check that out if you're over the pond. See what Paul's got, see if you can match it. Great deal. Saved a hell of a lot of money. I don't know why your prices over there are so expensive. Especially when a lot of these SIMs are made over there, aren't they? Silicon Valley and all that and whatever. Doesn't add up to me. Still looking for the house, by the way, guys. About a viewing, about a couple of viewings. Nothing really biting my cherry, you know, floating my boat as yours. Some nice ones, but you know, they're a little bit smaller than what I'm looking for, or they're asking silly money for them. And I won't pay silly money. You know, I'm looking for the 2-bedroom minimum, maximum of £800. I mean, when you think about that, £800. A few years ago, you buy a house for that, and I haven't got the money to buy a house, unfortunately. You know, I mean, even for the room, a shared house in the room, you're talking minimum 600 quid. Absolutely crazy. The landlords are raking money in left, right, and hand over fist, I tell you. Absolutely crazy. Well, because the market is that, you know, because the market is so tight at the moment, and you know, so hard to get anywhere. They're charging what they bloody want, and you know, because they know they're going to get it one way or another. They're going to get it, so they're going to milk it for everything that they can. So you're paying for their mortgage and some. What's that? With the phone going off. So let me just turn that down, guys, in case you don't even recognise the number. Anyway, so I said I've been looking at houses. It's even hard just to get a viewing, because unless you're virtually on the website or you know the agents, and they drop you. Because I got notifications coming up now from about 8 different agents. As soon as a house drops, they'll let me know. If you wait say 2 or 3 days, you're not going to get on a viewing list. You're not even going to get on there, you know. So if you're not in there quick, you've got no chance of even getting a viewing, let alone putting an offer in or anything. No, not an offer in, you can't even put. Then what they do here, you put your application in after you've viewed it. Costs say 150 quid. But if you fail their credit checks, or there's something you don't tell them in your application and you fail it, you don't get your money back. You know, you just don't get, well, you don't get your money back, full stop. You know, that's a charge you have to pay. Part of your application. But if you're successful in becoming a tenant for that property, then it comes off your first month's rent. So you have like say 150 quid as a application, you know, for a like deposit, what they call a holding deposit. They call it these. So you pay that, and it's most of these agencies have this now. You're interested now, you tell them you're interested, to send you an application form, you fill in a load of waffle on it, you know. You know, they want to know how many's moving in, whether you got pets, whether you smoke, and all that sort of thing, whether you're working, all that sort of stuff. Then obviously they got to pay. Then they got to do a credit check, and they say most of these credit checks they have to do a third party, and that's where the cost comes in. Bullshit. You know, I can go on to my, you know, obviously they're going to have a deal going with these credit agencies where they can look at anyone's credit records for a price, but it's not costing them 150 quid. That's total bollocks. You know, that's what makes me angry about it. And then you're only going to get that money back if you are successful. You know, if you're a successful applicant. Yeah, so can you imagine looking at 20 houses or 25 houses? You're not successful that's a lot of 150 quids. You're not going to get back. I mean, it's hard enough to have that money in the first place, so you got your deposit. Yeah. So that's so you got your holding deposit, which is 150 quid. Then you got a month's rent as a deposit. Then you got another month's rent, 5 or 6 weeks, whatever it is, up front before you even get moved in. A lot of people just don't have that money these days, you know. And then it's like a fight trying to get, you know, trying to even get, like I said, trying to get a viewing even. You know, it's just the government needs to sort out the housing in the UK. It's absolutely diabolical. You know, they can give all these bloody foreigners coming over from France and these boats and dinghies and whatever, yeah? Give them a house, put them up in a frigging hotel. Like they paid the hotelier bloody stupid amounts of money for. So the hotelier's got his whole hotel rented out by the government to a load of illegal immigrants. They get given bags, they're running around doing all these deliveries, or for bloody, they run around in Ubers, everything get given to them on a fucking plate. And the people who work there all their lives, who are struggling, get nothing, absolutely freaking nothing. And it pisses me off, I tell you. The way our government treats this country and treats their own people is a joke. Diabolical, I'm telling you. You know? They're putting up the freaking 80 retirement age again. So by time, say, what were you, oh my now, 63. I've got to wait another year, so I've got to wait till 67 now before I can retire, which I won't be able to because I can't afford to, thanks to the freaking government. Yes, partly my fault because I didn't save and all that when I was younger. Yeah. But how many people have lost money through pensions thanks to the government screw-ups? People have lost hundreds of thousands, tens of thousands, because of the government screw-ups. What do they do? Oh, we'll just charge it a bit more tax to cover the shortfall. Or they'll find another way to take it out of one pot to put it into another pot. And it's either the drivers will get hit or something, you know, more fines, more bloody things coming out, you know. If you're an older driver, you're going to get hit. You're going to have a doctor sign off your thingy for your eyesight and all that if you hit 70 and all that sort of stuff. Not where you just tick a box say, yeah, my eyesight's okay, which you do at the moment. But I don't know where that's come in yet. But after 70, I think you got to go have your eyes certified, so to speak, rather than just have, a tick box saying your eyes are okay. Because they're saying there's too many drivers on the road with eyesight's no good. But it's not just old drivers, you know, it's not just old drivers, it's bloody young drivers as well. There's people 30s, 40s driving now with poor eyesight. I check mine myself regularly. Now, as you know, a couple of years ago I had cataracts and all that. And I knew when my eyesight was bad. Because I count, as you know, we have what we call curbs here. I don't know what you call them in America. The bit between the roads and the footpath. Now, our curbs are 3 foot long, yeah? So I count them. So I'll count 15 of them. So that's 30, 60, whatever it is, it's 65 foot anyway, yeah? And I'll count them, so I'll go 50, you know, then I'll count them from the car, turn around, and then I'll look at the number plate. If I can't read that number plate, I'll go and get my eyes done. I'll go and get them checked. No, my last eyesight test was the best test I've ever had, you know. He said my left eye was my good eye. He said you're near 20/20 vision. I don't believe that. Because there's no way I can see what people with 20/20 vision can see. That's with my glasses, by the way. But that's what the opticians told me, but I've got to rely on him because he's a professional. But my right eye, absolutely useless. I can't read, I can't see. I can see through it, but it's blurry, you know. But I can't read whatsoever unless I've got my glasses on. Well, I've had a bit of a break. You know what's gone on with security course and whatever. So we'll be getting a refund on that. Sorry, I didn't realise the camera's a little bit slightly tilted. Do apologise, guys. And when I'm thinking about it, I just want to offer my prayers and thoughts to the people in New York. I believe there's some really nasty storms. Unfortunately, a little girl got swept away into the channels. What do they call them channels over there? Storm channels. And apparently she lost her life. So I'm sorry about that. And my condolences to the family. Not that they're going to see this, but you know, thoughts there. So anyone in America, in New York and the surrounding areas, my thoughts are with you as well. I hope everything's okay. Especially Paul Wilson, because he's not far from the city in Rochester. So I hope he's far enough away from all that and the bad weather. I mean, I believe there's been a lot of flash floodings going on there. I pray that everyone's okay. Like I said, unfortunately, the little girl got caught out, got swept away. It's heartbreaking for the parents and families. And right, guys, time to wrap it up. I finished my coffee. Finish the rest of this Barton's blend. The only trouble is with all my tobaccos being in the shed now, trying to find something I want to smoke. Because a lot of the stuff I can't get out unless I start humping stuff around them. And I've got some real big bags here with tobacco in. I'll just show you quickly. Bear with me a minute, guys. I'll show you the bags here. I've got one there, and I've got one further down. See, one there. They've got jars and jars of tobacco in. And they've got some of these size jars. That's what I'm smoking at the moment. See, Parsons blend. Burley and Black Cavendish, I presume is why I put that on there. And yeah, I've got, they come like that, packs of 4. So, and we've got some of them jars in as well. So you can imagine how heavy some of them are. I wanted to keep them out of the heat. And then, let's see, there's pizza and flake. Got a load of them in there as well. So there is some way, and I don't want to be humping them around all the time. I need to get us some tobacco. But behind me here, again, load more tobacco. I'll show you a bit more, guys. So we got boxes here. Here. We've got a little tub there. These are my big tubs. You can't quite see how them there. They've got more in a box down here. Yeah, so that's my cellar basically. All piled up into the shed. And you know why it's piled up into the shed. I've told you that's enough now, guys. Yeah, so it's yeah, just having fun at the moment, trying to find somewhere to live. It's pretty tough out there, I'm telling you, if you're looking for a house. If you've got money and you can afford to buy, you're laughing. But if you're looking to rent, it's a minefield. So they want silly money for silly rooms. I ain't paying £650, which is what they're asking average here, just for a room in a shared house. No chance. So obviously you're going to be all people going to be working all different hours of the day and stuff like that. I want to sleep during the day, where people more likely be, some people will be working and vice versa. And in the shared house, they're all going to be playing their own music and whatever and blah blah blah. But I can't live in a shared house. Been there, done that. I'm not going to live in someone else's mess and filth, especially when you've got a shared kitchen and they can't be bothered to clean up after them. You leave it there for a day or two. That's not my style. I can't live like that. Anyway, guys, I'm going to love you and leave you. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. We appreciate your comments, your thumbs up. Wish you all a very good weekend. As you know, I'm on night, so I'll start before night shifts tomorrow night. Unfortunately, I'm going to miss Simon's live. I won't be surprised if he doesn't do one, like, with what's going on with his son. Obviously, that's a priority. So anyway, wish you all well. Be safe. Take care. Sweet smokes, everybody. All the best, and I'll catch you on the next Welshy's Waffle. Thanks for joining me, as always.